Welcome back everyone. Today we're bringing a second pair of pants, and there's some big benefits you might be missing out on if you don't. Keep in mind, this isn't exclusive to the leg slot. It could apply to rings, helms, or any other gear slot depending on your class and build. Later in the video, we'll talk about the fastest way to farm legendary items, which is super helpful if you're looking for specific aspects for the first time, or just better rolled versions to extract and imprint on your current gear. We'll use Pulverize as an example for gear swapping, but again, this applies to all classes and various builds. For Pulverize, the leg slot often uses Tybalt's Will. This is for its sizable damage boost. It's an excellent choice for bossing and making those sweet one-shot compilations that you often see, but it's less than favorable for getting to the actual boss itself in those high-tier nightmare dungeons where your enormous overpower crits are basically overkill. So we brought a backup pair, and it's as simple as equipping one without any changes to your skill tree or paragon board. You'll need to be careful not to salvage your useful gear when clearing your inventory, and if you're concerned, always place the items in the same spot so that you know where they are, and use the weapon or armor vendor instead of the blacksmith since there's a buyback option. How do we get all these amazing items and aspects to use? Well, if it's a unique you're looking for, I'd recommend the seasonal bosses. They have incredibly high drop rates for unique items and were worth mentioning in this video. However, if you're looking for legendary aspects that aren't available through dungeons, check out the Blood Harvest, where you can use blood vials and secret keys that you acquire as you move through the area that's available 24/7. The various objectives within have reliable chances at legendary loot. The best source is from vampiric siphons, and regardless of your level, since the monsters will be scaled to your character's level, meaning there's no reason to procrastinate from checking out the Blood Harvest like so many have done. Here's a look at one of these vampiric siphons, and it's everything you could hope for in Diablo. Endless mobs spawning, with increasing difficulty the longer you stay within the blood ring once it's been activated. It's fun, it's lucrative, and who doesn't want this for a minute of effort? So what should you do with this newfound loot? I'd recommend saving the highest rolled version of any aspect you find. You don't have to extract them all, but simply store them in a tab at your stash. Season of Blood has brought new life to tons of builds, and there are likely still some combinations to be found. And even if not, it's nice to have some strong aspects to imprint immediately if you choose to respec. There's so many viable builds this season thanks to vampiric powers. Speaking of vampiric powers, some of these are acquired as you progress through the ranks of Blood Harvest at the Bounty Hunters board, which is just another reason to participate before you reach max level. For some, the season is winding down, or they've moved on to another class. There's even many who are just beginning or still leveling. Regardless of where your character is, I hope these tips help you progress quicker, and as always, thanks for taking the time to watch.